The survivor part of it, in some ways, is harder than the treatment because the treatment is so goal-focused and it's very concrete. You know, you either survive or you don't. It almost felt like when you finished treatment, it was like poof, you know, now what? And I think it still on some level feels that way. Initially, there was like a, get us the heck out of this hospital, get us away from the clinic. Not that it was a bad place or that the people were bad, but we spent enough time there. For a child and for a family of that child, it's just an incredibly weird feeling to kind of try and get back into society and figure out how your pieces fit into that and how you do things normal for you when you have this now sort of warped worldview. Instead of having a discussion about, you know, how are you doing, absolutely everything is about this one thing. It's small stuff that becomes bigger stuff, but just, you know, your ability to communicate well, your ability to, you know, kind of understand where the other person's at and support them. It's only now that we're starting to be able to kind of sink back into society. That's probably the best way to put it, I guess. You get sucked totally out of society. We definitely have fear and anxiety and, you know, frustration about things that happened or have happened, and just the, you know, the overwhelming sense of uncertainty at times that you can't know. But in terms of, you know, if you can have that moment where you just stay where you are and you just focus on where you are and what's going on and you live in the moment, it's awesome. He couldn't sit up on his own. He couldn't roll over on the ground. You know, here's a kid who's almost 2, and you think, you know, a kid at that age, they should be going crazy, crawl over the house, climb up on everything. And he couldn't even sit up. There's a tower, it's maybe 10, 12 feet high, and Emily would climb right up this tower and then go down the slide. And Will couldn't do it at all. Rosemary would have to pick him up and kind of, you know, hold him in one arm and sort of climb up on her own and then put him in and let him slide down. And when he did slide down, he would just fall onto his back and go down the whole way flat out on his back because he didn't have the strength and the coordination to hold himself upright. And so now it's amazing because he can climb all the way up. He just needs a little push right at the top. And when he slides down, he can go down the whole way sitting up. For any other family, going for a walk in the pond and watching your kids jump in the snow or splash in a puddle or whatever, it's just like, whatever, totally normal, no big deal today, didn't do anything special. For somebody that's gone through something like this, and when you see a little kid who's gone through that, and you just think, oh my gosh, I mean, you know, it's normal, and because it's normal, it's incredibly exceptional. It's just amazing. You just have these fears like, well, will he be okay when he's 10, 12, 15, 25, hopefully. You know, hopefully he gets to be 25. So you hope that they can get through those times in their life and they can have a big, long, vibrant life, but you don't know. I'm kind of drifting it to him, I guess, I'm realizing, because it's almost too scary to talk about what goes on inside you. You think about that stuff constantly. And so then you come out the other side and you can't just shut that off. You've got a level of stress going that's just unbelievable. It just resets everything. So you truly have a different view at at how to live and what being alive is about and how incredible it is.